How is our appearance inherited? Things like the shape of our nose, eye color, and hair color. How many genes play a role here? What do we get from our mother and what from our father? We will try to answer these and similar questions in today's episode of the series Secrets of Genes, in which I welcome you. My name is Eduard Kejnovský, and I work as a geneticist at the Institute of Biophysics of the Czech Academy of Sciences. When we look in the mirror, we see something that seems obvious: our own face. And yet, our face is one of the most complex biological projects that nature has ever created. Every detail, from the color of our eyes to the shape of our nose, is the result of the delicate cooperation of hundreds of genes. And that's exactly why people often ask, what have we inherited from our mother and what from our father? The basic answer is almost everything from both. Each of us carries half of our genetic information from our mother and half from our father. So there are no simple rules like the nose from the father and the eyes from the mother. The inheritance of appearance is polygenic. This means that most traits are influenced by many genes at the same time. Nevertheless, there are certain interesting patterns. For example, mitochondrial DNA is inherited only from the mother, but it does not directly affect facial appearance. Rather, it influences the cell's energy metabolism. On the other hand, the Y chromosome, which determines male sex, is inherited by sons only from their father. It contains genes important for the development of male traits, such as beard growth. Let's take a look at specific traits. Eye color is among the best studied traits. For a long time, it was thought that brown is dominant and blue is recessive. Today, we know that the reality is more complex. A key role is played by the OK2 gene and a regulatory region in the HARC2 gene. These influence the amount of melanin pigment in the iris. Other genes subtly modulate the shade. That's why parents with brown eyes can have a child with blue eyes. Genetics is not simple math. Hair and skin color are primarily related to the MC1R gene. Mutations in this gene are associated with fair skin and red hair. Other genes influence the amount and distribution of melanin. It is precisely the combination of these variants that creates the vast diversity of the human population. And what about the shape of the face? That is exceptionally complex. Genes that control the embryonic development of the head and skull are involved in it. These include, for example, the genes PAX3, FGFR2, RUNX2, or TBX15. They regulate the growth of bones, cartilage, and soft tissues. Interestingly, small changes in these genes can lead to differences in the width of the face, the shape of the jaw, or the cheekbones. Research shows that some features may more often resemble one parent, but this is not a rule. For example, the lower part of the face and the jaw may be more influenced by the paternal line, while subtler features, such as the shape of the eyes, may more often resemble the mother. However, this is not a genetic law but a statistical tendency. Epigenetics also plays an important role. Some genes may be more active depending on which parent they come from. This phenomenon is called genomic or genome imprinting. A well-known example is genes that influence growth and body size, such as IGF-2. These can also indirectly affect facial proportions. Moreover, appearance changes throughout life. Hormones during puberty, aging, the environment, and lifestyle can all alter facial features. That's why it sometimes happens that a child looks like one parent in childhood, but resembles the other in old age. This leads to a deeper message. Our appearance is not determined by a single gene or a single parent. It is the result of a complex symphony of genetic variants, chance, and environment. We are a unique combination of pasts, a living bridge between generations. So next time you look in the mirror, try to imagine that you are seeing not only yourself, but also the echoes of your ancestors. In every facial feature, there is a hidden story of thousands of years of evolution, migrations, and encounters between cultures. Your face is a chronicle of humanity written in the language of genes. It's fascinating that today's genetics can reconstruct a person's appearance from DNA with a certain probability. Forensic genetics is already experimentally predicting eye color, hair color, or skin tone. In the future, it may even be possible to estimate the basic features of the face. That would be all for today. We've talked about a few interesting facts from genetics, specifically about how our appearance is inherited. In the next episode, we'll continue with more fascinating questions about genetics and evolution. I'm looking forward to seeing you. If you enjoy my stories, I would appreciate a like and a subscription to my channel. I really appreciate your support. Thank you and bye-bye.